In today's video, we're diving deep into a military comparison that surprises many Israel vs. Qatar. On one side, a nation known for its advanced technology, highly trained forces, and one of the most sophisticated defense systems in the Middle East. On the other, a small yet immensely wealthy Gulf state with strategic alliances, cutting-edge purchases, and a growing influence in regional security. Who truly holds the upper hand when it comes to military power? Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover may shock you. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll explore in detail the military capabilities of Israel and Qatar, two very different countries with unique defense structures and global roles. Israel, located in the heart of the Middle East, has built its military reputation through decades of conflict, innovation, and alliances. Qatar, while geographically small, leverages immense financial resources and strong international partnerships to maintain security and defense strength. In this section, let's first lay out the basic context. Israel's military is known as the Israel Defense Forces, or IDF, established in 1948 and developed into a technologically advanced, battle-hardened force. Its focus has always been survival in a hostile neighborhood, pushing it to innovate rapidly in weapons, intelligence, and training. On the other hand, Qatar relies heavily on defense cooperation with allies such as the United States, Turkey, and even NATO ties. Though its population is small, its defense budget is among the largest per capita in the world. By understanding these foundations, we can begin to see how each nation's strategy is shaped by its geography, history, and resources. Israel's strength lies in indigenous development and combat experience, while Qatar's lies in strategic positioning and global partnerships. Now let's dive into population and manpower. Israel has a population of roughly 9.8 million people, with a large portion eligible for conscription. Military service is compulsory for most Israeli men and women, meaning the country maintains a constant reserve of trained soldiers. The IDF has about 170,000 active personnel and over 465,000 in reserve, ensuring rapid mobilization if needed. This gives Israel not just numbers, but a disciplined force with practical combat experience. In comparison, Qatar's population is much smaller, around 3 million, with the majority being expatriates. Its military manpower is limited, with an active force of around 12,000 troops. Qatar does not rely on mass numbers, but instead invests in highly trained units and elite forces, often supported by international advisors. Importantly, Qatar hosts the Al Udeid Air Base, the largest U.S. military facility in the Middle East, housing thousands of American troops and advanced aircraft. This base alone gives Qatar a significant strategic advantage, even though its own military manpower is small. So, while Israel has an advantage in terms of numbers, Qatar compensates through alliances and hosting powerful foreign militaries. When we talk about air power, Israel clearly leads with decades of experience and advanced indigenous upgrades. The Israeli Air Force is considered one of the strongest in the world, with over 600 aircraft, including F-35I Adair stealth fighters, F-16s, F-15s, reconnaissance drones, and advanced helicopters. Israel has pioneered drone warfare and precision strike capabilities, often using them in real combat. Its pilots are among the most experienced globally, with countless missions over hostile territories. Meanwhile, Qatar's air force is small, but surprisingly modern. In recent years, Qatar has purchased Rafale fighters from France, Eurofighter Typhoons, and American F-15QAs, making its fleet technologically advanced despite its limited size. By 2030, Qatar aims to have one of the most modern small air forces in the region. However, what Qatar lacks is real combat experience, as its pilots have not engaged in major conflicts compared to Israel's extensive track record. So while Qatar's planes are cutting edge, Israel's Air Force combines advanced technology with unparalleled experience, giving it the clear edge in aerial warfare. Let's shift focus to ground forces. Israel maintains a large, modern, and experienced ground army. It has several armored divisions, thousands of tanks, including the Merkava Marka V, and advanced infantry brigades trained for both conventional and urban warfare. The IDF ground forces are heavily battle-tested, operating in complex environments like Gaza, Lebanon, and the West Bank. Israel's domestic industry, such as Rafale and Elbit systems, ensures a steady supply of modern weapons, armored vehicles, and protective systems like Trophy APS for tanks. On the other hand, Qatar's ground forces are small but equipped with Western technology. They operate Leopard 2A7 tanks from Germany, advanced artillery, and armored vehicles. Qatar focuses on quality over quantity, ensuring its troops are equipped with modern gear. However, its ground army is not large enough to sustain prolonged conventional warfare without Allied support. Israel, with its numbers and domestic arms industry, clearly outpaces Qatar in ground power, though Qatar's elite forces are well trained for rapid deployment and defense of critical infrastructure. Naval power is another area where differences are significant. Israel's navy, though relatively small, is advanced and plays a crucial role in protecting its Mediterranean coastline and offshore gas fields. It operates missile boats, corvettes, and, most importantly, Dolphin-class submarines acquired from Germany, which are believed to be capable of carrying nuclear-tipped cruise missiles. These submarines give Israel second strike capability, strengthening its deterrence. Qatar's navy, by contrast, is modest but modernizing rapidly. It has ordered corvettes and offshore patrol vessels from Italy and Turkey, aiming to protect its maritime interests, particularly in the Persian Gulf. Qatar's navy is still in development compared to Israel's established and combat-ready fleet. The geographical focus also differs. Israel's navy defends against threats from Lebanon, Gaza, and potential long-range adversaries, while Qatar's naval forces are mainly tasked with defending energy infrastructure and maritime borders in the Gulf. Now we must discuss missile defense and strategic weapons. Israel is globally recognized for its layered missile defense system, which includes Iron Dome for short-range threats, David's Sling for medium-range, and Arrow systems for long-range ballistic missiles. This makes Israel one of the most protected countries in terms of missile defense. Furthermore, Israel is widely believed to possess nuclear weapons, though it has never officially confirmed this. Estimates suggest around 80 to 100 nuclear warheads deliverable by aircraft, missiles, and submarines. Qatar, on the other hand, does not have nuclear weapons or a comparable missile defense system. Instead, it depends on U.S. and allied presence in the region for strategic deterrence. While Qatar has invested in Patriot missile defense batteries, it cannot match Israel's indigenous and layered systems. Clearly, Israel dominates in strategic and defensive capabilities. Let's compare defense budgets. Israel spends around $24 billion annually on defense, a significant amount for its population size. A large share of this budget goes into research, development, and acquisition of cutting-edge technologies. Israel also benefits from U.S. military aid, amounting to $3.8 billion annually, which boosts its overall military spending. Qatar, though smaller, spends heavily per capita. Its defense budget hovers around $11 billion, which is massive for a country of its size. Qatar focuses its spending on acquiring the latest Western weapon systems and maintaining strategic alliances. While Israel's budget is larger in absolute terms, Qatar's financial capability allows it to quickly modernize and buy advanced equipment. However, the lack of manpower and combat experience limits how effectively this budget can be utilized compared to Israel's comprehensive system. Technology and innovation is an area where Israel excels. Known as the startup nation, Israel has developed indigenous systems like the Iron Dome, spike missiles, advanced drones, and cyber warfare capabilities. Its defense companies such as Rafale, IAI, and Elbit are global leaders in defense exports. Cybersecurity is another field where Israel is unmatched in the region, often collaborating with allies, but also conducting independent operations. Qatar, on the other hand, is an importer of technology rather than a developer. While it has invested in defense research and education, it does not have a comparable domestic defense industry. Instead, it relies on partnerships with countries like the US, France, and Turkey to acquire advanced weapons. This makes Israel more self-sufficient, whereas Qatar depends on external suppliers for upgrades and maintenance. Geopolitical influence also plays a role in military power. Israel, despite facing hostility from several neighbors, has normalized relations with countries like the UAE, Bahrain, and Morocco through the Abraham Accords. Its close ties with the US ensure diplomatic and military backing in times of crisis. Qatar, meanwhile, wields soft power through its wealth, hosting of the FIFA World Cup, and media influence via Al Jazeera. Militarily, Qatar hosts U.S. forces and cooperates with Turkey, giving it strong defense guarantees despite its small size. Both countries, in different ways, leverage alliances and diplomacy to enhance security. Israel relies on military deterrence, backed by the U.S., while Qatar relies on strategic hosting and global partnerships to deter aggression. In conclusion, comparing Israel and Qatar's military power is like comparing two very different approaches. Israel is a battle-tested nation with advanced technology, a large manpower base, nuclear capability, and unmatched innovation. Qatar, while small, is wealthy, modernizing quickly, and protected by powerful allies like the US and Turkey. If the two were ever directly compared in terms of sheer military strength, Israel holds the upper hand in almost every category: air power, ground forces, missile defense, and nuclear deterrence. However, Qatar's strength lies in its alliances and ability to leverage wealth for influence and protection. This shows us that military power isn't just about weapons and troops. It's also about strategy, partnerships, and geography. Thank you for watching today's deep dive into Israel and Qatar's military power. If you found this analysis interesting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Also, share your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think has the real advantage and why? Until next time, stay informed and stay tuned.